Breaking news, after the WBO officially ordered Fundora to fight Terence Crawford next, where they gave both parties until April 25th to come to a deal. If not, the fight is going to go to purse bid, or Fundora is going to get stripped of the WBO title if he doesn't agree to fight Crawford. Well, immediately after that, Fundora team came out stating that they are looking to fight either Errol Spence next or Tim Tszyu in a rematch. They're not interested in a Crawford fight. Due to that, most likely Fundora is going to get stripped of his WBO title, and then Terence Crawford is going to end up fighting for the vacant title. Now, if that's going to be the case, the opponent is to be determined. It could be Tim Tszyu, it could be Errol Spence if they want it, meaning if Fundora fights Tim Tszyu, then Errol Spence could fight Crawford. If Fundora fights Errol Spence, then Tim Tszyu can fight Crawford. But if we are being real, the way Errol Spence, Fundora, and Tim Tszyu have been talking as of late, they all sound like they don't want no smoke if that smoke has some bud in it. So that leaves Lubin or Jermell Charlo if he's willing to come out to dance with Crawford, even though I don't think so. However, more recently, Oscar De La Hoya came out requesting for Vergil Ortiz to fight Terence Crawford for the WBO title. Oscar De La Hoya said, quote, "Can't wait. The biggest money fight for both guys. Vergil Ortiz versus Terence Crawford." End of the quote. That's when the WBO president, Paco, responded to Oscar De La Hoya by stating, quote, "Interesting. Are you sure? Question mark." End of the quote. Now, the reason why the WBO president, Paco, is in disbelief of what Oscar De La Hoya just said is due to the fact Vergil Ortiz, as Crawford mandatory at 147, already turned down the opportunity twice, not just once, but twice, to fight Crawford. Now at 154, Oscar De La Hoya is asking for the fight. So Paco is trying to figure out if this is for real or for play. Because a couple weeks ago, Oscar De La Hoya said the same thing about William Zepeda versus Shakur Stevenson. Oscar told Shakur last week when Zepeda fought, after that fight, he's going to sit down with Bob Arum in order to make the fight come to fruition. But ironically, the moment Bob Arum called Oscar De La Hoya to make the fight, that's when William Zepeda, Oscar De La Hoya fighter, said, "Heck no, I'm not ready to fight Shakur." So why the heck was Oscar De La Hoya saying all of that before William Zepeda fought last Saturday night? Obviously, what comes to mind is either one of these two things. Oscar De La Hoya was just saying that in order to sell the William Zepeda fight and rally some hype for his fighter William Zepeda in order to sell some tickets, since no one was checking for his fighter William Zepeda. The second thing could be Oscar De La Hoya sincerely wanted the fight. However, his fighter William Zepeda didn't want the smoke with Shakur. These are the likely possibilities. So now when Oscar De La Hoya is over here asking for Vergil Ortiz versus Crawford fight from the WBO, what comes to mind is Vergil Ortiz fight coming up against Delorme, who haven't won a fight in a decade. I mean, Vergil has no business being in the ring with Delorme at this stage of his career. I mean, Vergil last fight was a total bum, and now he's fighting even a worse opponent, Delorme. I can't even recall the last time Delorme won a fight. It was like a decade ago. So because the Vergil Ortiz fight is getting -0 attention, this could be Oscar De La Hoya's way of selling or rallying some hype behind Vergil Ortiz so he can sell some damn tickets. Speaking of Vergil Ortiz tickets, you guys really need to be careful out here and keep your cars locked. If you have a garage, put your car in your garage, because recently my car got broken into and the thief didn't steal anything. All he did was he left me few Vergil Ortiz tickets. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Now, all jokes aside, that's how bad the fight is selling. Even if they give away tickets, they still have to pay the fans in order to waste their time to watch this fight. That's how bad Vergil Ortiz has been cherry picking as of late. I mean, he's 20-0 with 20 KOs. He's 26 years old, and he's still not ready. When is Vergil Ortiz gonna grow the cojones like his promoter Oscar De La Hoya and fight the best. I mean, forget about Oscar De La Hoya. Even Ryan Garcia, he's making them look bad. He's making his fellow countrymen look bad. The supposedly La Raza, the Vergil Ortiz, the William Zabata, the Pitbull Cruz, even the Canelo Alvarez, they not doing what Ryan Garcia is doing. Ryan Garcia last year fought Tank, and this year he's fighting Devin Haney. Vergil Ortiz has yet to fight Crawford or Errol Spence. Say whatever you want to say about Ryan Garcia, he's the real La Raza, not Vergil Ortiz and not William Zabata. Because what Ryan Garcia did is equivalent to Vergil Ortiz fighting Crawford last year, and now he's fighting Errol Spence when they were both undefeated. I mean, Vergil Ortiz has the opportunity of a lifetime. He has the opportunity to fight the Floyd Mayweather of his generation, Terence Bud Crawford, but instead he already ducked Crawford twice at 147, and most likely he's gonna duck Crawford again at 154 for the WBO title. That's a darn shame. Vergil Ortiz is protecting a fake record. He wanna be undefeated. Man, what's the point of being undefeated when you are a cherry, when you are a duck? I'd rather be a Ryan Garcia than a Vergil Ortiz because Ryan Garcia has heart, just like his promoter. That's why I truly believe what Oscar De La Hoya is doing publicly is putting pressure on his own fighters to grow some cojones. I believe Oscar De La Hoya doesn't understand or can comprehend the mindset of these new La Raza fighters, how they continue to duck the best instead of fighting the best, win or lose, just like Ryan Garcia. See, Oscar De La Hoya himself, he fought the best, win or lose. He fought everybody. Therefore, this has taken Oscar De La Hoya by surprise now that he's a promoter, seeing how these new generation La Raza fighters are moving. Outside of David Benavidez, Ryan, and Rayo, all of the La Raza fighters are ducking. And that's a fact. They making Mexico look bad. Due to that, I truly believe this is Oscar De La Hoya's way of putting pressure on his own fighter, Vergil Ortiz, to grow the cojones and fight the Floyd Mayweather of his era, Terence Bud Crawford. Heck, the way Oscar De La Hoya is looking at it at this point, even if you lose, it's a win-win. Vergil Ortiz's last payday was $300K. He can fight Crawford today and make around 3 to 5 million. That's just the guarantee money, plus pay-per-view. However, he'd rather continue making $300K in order to protect his undefeated record. Clearly, Vergil Ortiz doesn't have the mindset of a fighter. He has the mindset of a duck, respectfully. So we shall see if Vergil Ortiz does the same thing William Zabata did, which is tell Oscar De La Hoya, I'm not ready to fight Crawford. I want to continue cherry picking until the end of my career. Vergil Ortiz ducking Crawford is equivalent to David Benavidez ducking Canelo. Can you imagine Benavidez ducking Canelo? You can't even imagine that, right? Well, that's exactly what Vergil Ortiz is doing right now. He's ducking the biggest money and legacy fight of his career. Even though, ironically, he's the one getting the opportunity. I guarantee you this, you will never see a Rayo turn down a Gervonta fight. You will never see Benavidez turn down a Canelo Alvarez fight. However, you will see Vergil Ortiz turn down a Crawford fight, the Floyd Mayweather of his generation. Again, this is why the WBO president said, interesting, are you sure? The reason why Paco said that is due to the fact he already know the history between Crawford and Vergil Ortiz, how Vergil Ortiz already turned down the opportunity twice to become a champion. He'd rather be a prospect his whole freaking career, or a contender. I mean, the way he's moving right now, though, he's a prospect. Fighting Delorme, that's a prospect move. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Crawford have no fight next. The time frame is almost over. will be due now, and then probably the committee championship committee will order Crawford to face Rocha as a mandatory challenger because Vergil refused to fight him twice. I don't know why.
Ortiz.
Vergil Ortiz, excuse me. Vergil Ortiz refused him to fight. Vergil was my friend from that.
Just to confirm, you're saying Vergil Ortiz refused to fight Crawford 2 times?
Yeah, we offered the fight twice here.
Wow.